How to play Ahsha Trailing Rose in 2 minutes. The main strategy of this deck focuses on using Ahsha's skill to call an Ahsha's Flower Fairy token and its ability to match the power and critical of your Vanguard. If you go Force 1, it will swing for 23k, and if you go Force 2, it will swing for 13k to crit. The real power of this deck, however, in my opinion, is when your opponent is at 4 damage and you have ridden twice and your opponent is forced to guard every attack. This deck mainly revolves on calling your plant tokens. Mirka has the ability for when it's placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, you can Soul Blast one and call a plant token to the same column as it. Sylvia does the same thing, but without a Soul Blast, it's just for free. And Blue Lace at the cost of Soul Blast 1 allows you to call a plant token to your and it gains 5,000 power. Within our token generation, we have cards that generate 2 tokens. Ahsha lets you do it when it's placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, you can call 2 tokens and give the Vanguard plus 10k, powering up itself and the fairy token. Stella lets you do that on Vanguard or Rearguard, but at the cost of Counterblast 1 during your main phase. And Trailing Rose also does it, but only when it's placed on Vanguard Circle. If you call it to Rearguard, it gives you 1. It's also a part of our backup plan to where if we don't ride Ahsha, Trailing Rose can power up our plant tokens to hit some bigger attacks. Soul and Diane help us maintain advantage by breaking even. Diane, when it's called to Vanguard or Rearguard, lets you discard a card from your hand and draw a card, and also on top of that gives you Vanguards plus 5k. Soul, when it's placed, if you have 2 or more grade 0 units, you could counterblast 1, draw a card, and all the units in the same column as they get 5k each. If you have a token behind it, it's a 25k column. Kaivan is also in here to act as a big beater. It gets plus 5k power until end of turn for each of our grade 0 rearguards, so if we have 3 tokens on the field, it will swing for 25k by itself. Our triggers are the standard 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal. With all these strategies put together, this is our deck list. Finally, is this deck a line where it can compete with the top decks, or a hyena where it's poking around the lower tier decks? This deck is a lion. It only gets better with the next stage support, however after a few sets it kinda falls off.